My name is Anna Collins-Mani, and I'm an interpreter in the English unit at the European Parliament. I took the long route to become an interpreter. I began by studying French at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where I thought I would become a French teacher in the United States. And through that process, I came to France and I studied in Paris. And I realized very quickly that I enjoyed my time there and I wanted to do something else. So I enrolled at the Sorbonne so I could stay a little bit longer and started looking into other professions that might be of interest to me. It was then that I was introduced to the profession of conference interpreting. I found out that there were two very good schools in Paris, and I enrolled in EZIT, where I studied translation studies and terminology, and then I did my master's in conference interpreting at EZIT. The first language that I ever was introduced to was Spanish, which I then left behind at a certain point to study French. I started working with French and Italian as a conference interpreter, and very quickly after my Spanish became a working language. I added Portuguese about 3 years ago, and I'm currently learning Romanian. I studied conference interpreting at EZIT in Paris. It's a 2-year program, a European Master's in Conference Interpreting. And prior to that, I had already done a Master's in Translation and Terminology at EZIT as well. After I got my degree in conference interpreting, I applied to take an accreditation test with the European institutions. Luckily, I passed, and I began working as a freelancer, both for the European institutions and also in Paris. After about 10 years of very interesting experience working as a freelance interpreter in Paris, there was a publication of a call for expression of interest at the European Parliament for a position in the English language unit. And I loved the work that I'd done at the European Parliament, and I thought that it would be really interesting to join the staff. So I decided that I would apply for the position. And luckily, in September of 2019, I was offered that job. And that's how I got here today. Don't get discouraged by any setbacks that you might encounter. I think I encountered a setback at every single step in the process to becoming a conference interpreter. It's a great opportunity to reevaluate and to determine exactly it is what you want to do. And if you want to become a conference interpreter, that should definitely not hold you back in any way.